Well, good morning folks, and welcome to another video. We're here at Nairobi in Kenya, or Kenya, whichever way you want to pronounce it. We're in the A320 again. This is the FSDG light scenery of Nairobi, which we will review at some point. May well do it after this flight. Today we're flying for worldwide. It's Kenya Airways. There she is. Nice aircraft, nice paint job as well, very nice. So the weather's not too bad, hardly any wind. It's runway 06 to departure today. The Ivato 1 Yankee, we're climbing initially to 8,000, then going to go up to 360. I tried this flight before a couple of weeks ago and had kind of a shutdown 2 hours into the flight, so hopefully it won't happen this time, and we'll see. So let's get the tug set up. So as you can see, quite a nice little scenery out here. Looks really good. Quite impressed with it. Clear on the left, clear on the right. And it's coming up to 45, which is our pushback time. 09:45 Zulu or 10:45 UK time. So before start checklist. Alright, so the briefing is all complete. We have all the information, flight plan is set up. Before start checklist, the cockpit preparation is completed, standard is set, ACARS is running, park brake is set, we're about to release it. Fuel is checked, init B is loaded, fleet speeds and flex temp, although we're not using a flex takeoff today. Passenger signs are on, beacons on, ATC nozzle steering, windows and doors. Flight deck door. We need to lock the flight deck door. Release the parking brake. And that's checked. So 45. Let's go. Nice little thing, this little pushback helper. I find it easier and more convenient to use than one or two of the others that are available out there. I'm quite impressed with it. So we'll stop there. Okay, and we're ready to start. Start number 2, please. Okay, number 2 is turning, N2. So we're waiting for 25% N2. We should get a light up on N2, on engine number 2, which is the one on the right hand side, the starboard wing. Which generally we start first. 25%, there we go, and we've got a light up. Using the latest update of the fly-by-wire 320, where they've made some changes to the sounds, so interesting to see how it sounds. That sounds better. Before I had issues where you can basically hardly hear number 2 engine start up. Actually number 1 sounded louder than number 2 did, but that sounds better. Cut out. Stabilized. Okay, start number 1, please. N2, number 1's turning. And we have a light off at number 1. That's it, it's coming up. We're looking for a hot start, but it looks okay to me. Looks like a normal startup. We should get a cut out in a minute. Cut out. EGT is stabilizing. Checked. So check the auto brake to max. Flat 1. Put that back to normal. That's checked. Everything else is okay. So next thing to do is flight control check. Ailerons left, neutral, right, neutral, elevators up, neutral, down, and neutral. Follow me through on the rudders. Right, neutral, and left, neutral. So flight control checks complete. Engines look okay. After start checklist then, ground crew clearance is seen, anti-ice we don't need that at the moment, flaps 1 is selected, APU, we need to turn the APU off. Last thing to do, and I sometimes forget to do it, we'll turn the taxi light on while we're here. So flaps, APU, Y pump status, ECAM status is checked so far. So before takeoff checklist to the line, flight controls have been checked, TCAS is set, load sheet and trims are checked. Departure briefing, well it's runway 06, climb initially 8,000 on the Abato 1 Yankee. There'll be quite a tight right hand turn coming up after the takeoff as we get higher, so we will probably climb out at about 220 knots, so a turn can happen quite normally. Takeoff data is checked, flaps we've set, ECAM memo. Okay, there we go, so we need to do the config check. That's normal, and we'll do the cabin crew signal and the captain's takeoff sign just before we go on the runway. So that's down to the line, we're ready for taxi. Nairobi traffic, Kenya 112 is ready for taxi. We're taxi to runway 06 for departure. Here we go. It's better. Beautiful day out here. Not a lot going on in terms of other traffic, which is nice. We are online with VATSIM. No ATC, so it's all Unicom, which is fine. So we've got the passengers and the cabin crew seated, and we taxi up towards the holding point runway 06 there. Quite a long runway. Nairobi's getting on for 5,000 feet above sea level. So holding short, just while we turn everything on. Strobes on, nav logo's on. They're on, just digging the cover of the crew. Checked. Weather radar on. That's on, we are set, we're ready to go. Trim's okay too. Nairobi traffic, Kenya 112 is lining up runway 06 for departure. Okay, there we go, and we do have another aircraft on the airport. You can just see a blip there. So everything looks good, flaps are set. For takeoff checklist below the line. Takeoff runway was checked, cabin crew signal, and we're doing a PAX on takeoff. Should be fine. Okay, so here we go, brakes. And power up. Stable, brakes off, here we go. Power set, airspeed's alive. Not a lot of wind about today, so the speed's climbing nicely. Speed 1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Come across to the right. Pilot is checked. Thrust climb set. Those are off. Disarmed. So 224 is the clean speed. We're now at 8,000. Let's put this on 20 miles. There's the turn. So 224 is the clean speed. Let's make it 225. Just make it 230. Really want to get clear of the flap speed. Flaps up. Checked. So we're airborne at 02. Well, let's hope everything goes well here. So I'll wait until we can start to make the turn before we climb above 10,000 feet and increase the speed. So, while we continue the climb out, perhaps you'd like to have another look at the takeoff from a slightly different view. See you in a moment. stay out here. A few mountains about. Terrain looks nice. Okay, there we go. So we're going to keep the speed, and in a minute we should get a turn. Trans altitude is 9,000, so passing 9,000 we got a standard. Should really be turning by now, but let's see what happens. So, is that the standard? While we're turning, let's do the landing lights. And continue the turn. So what's the wind doing? Not a lot. Okay, so we do 240, which should bring us back on track. So we'll leave that on 40 for the moment. And now we can go to normal airspeed. Passing level 190, everything looks okay. Let's let the passengers out. So what I'll do is we'll get past Ivato and see if everything picks it up, and then I will leave you and we'll pick up some bits and pieces in the cruise later, hopefully, followed by the landing into Victoria Falls. Oh, I've just noticed the heading has gone into manage mode itself. Had the heading there a moment ago, now it's gone into manage mode. Well, that's interesting. Still, it's good, it means it works. Some lovely views outside for you. All looking good. Lovely paint job, this. Really pleased with it. Looks really nice. I will try and give a shout out to the painter at the end of the credits as well, or during the movie sometime. Some lovely colours down there. View from the passenger cabin. I think the windows need cleaning. Very nice. Okay, passing 26,000 feet, 10,000 to go. Very nice. I just hope everything okay and I complete this flight. Okay folks, thank you very much. Passing 27,000 feet now, we're going up to 36, everything looks good. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next video where we will see the descent into Victoria Falls. So thanks once again for joining me. I'll see you shortly. This is Lee saying bye for now.